people, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about the Soojin leaving I-dle situation. First, I want to recap the whole bullying scandal because those allegations were long and I feel like a lot of us are just really confused about what happened. As well, I want to talk about whether I think Soojin and Kpop handled this situation, whether I think her leaving was the best choice. As well, I really want to touch on like cancel culture in K-pop because I feel like things are getting too extreme, and as well provide Korean perspectives on this issue because it seems like a lot of I fans are sort of like underestimating on how big this scandal is in Korea. So without further ado, let's begin. Basically, back in February, someone accused Soojin of bullying their younger sibling. Specifically, they accused Soojin of school violence, such as slapping their younger sibling and their friend, stealing money and their belongings, smoking and drinking with guys who rode motorcycles in the neighborhood, and stated that they made their sibling an outcast. Kpop then responded to these claims. They denied the school violence, but confirmed that Soojin had an argument over the phone with this victim, which the accuser may have overheard. They say that they will be taking legal action. Coincidentally, actress Shinee posted this on her Instagram story. None of your excuse. A lot of K-nets noticed that Shinee and Soojin attended the same middle school and pondered whether Shinee is connected to Soojin's bullying accusations. A day later, Soojin finally said something. She did confirm when she was younger she did smoke, violated the dress code, but she denied riding a motorcycle, sending messages to provoke bullying, talked to the actress Shinee, and so stuff. She did address the fact that she and this victim did have an argument. She did cuss the person out after she ignored her after a fight, but denied assaulting her. She also said that she and her were really good friends and they often met out to eat. On March 4th, Kpop releases another statement stating that they're trying their best to resolve this issue by talking to Soojin's school, teachers, classmates, and acquaintances. As well, they're willing to coordinate face-to-face meetings between Soojin and those directly involved, and that Soojin will go on hiatus. On March 12th, Soojin decides to meet up with the alleged victim to talk things out. However, it did not go accordingly. It turns out Soojin denied the claims, which frustrated the victim, asking, "If you're going to be like this, why did you ask to meet?" Which Soojin replied that she'd never been a bully. As from my understanding, it seems like Soojin was just denying the fact that she was physically violent with this victim. As of now, Kpop has not released an official statement regarding this meeting. On March 16, an alumnus from Soojin's school stated that Soojin was a leader of an ilgen, also known as a group of bullies. They stated that a school violence committee was held due to Soojin and that Soojin's mother did attend that. On March 19, Soojin releases a very comprehensive statement that addresses every claim and certain rumors that just arose, such as she was part of her school's violence committee. I won't be saying every single thing that she said, but I would like to highlight some key information. So she says that the phone incident did happen, but the juice incident didn't. In case y'all forgot what the juice incident was, that refers to the time where the accuser said that Soojin slapped her and her friend, forced them to drink a beverage, and made them pay for it. Now, about the school violence committee. Soojin was accused of being part of her school's violence committee, which is basically in Korea, every school has like a committee where they basically write down students who have done physical violence at the school. She said that she was never part of this committee. She talks about why the initial face-to-face meeting happened via representatives, but highlighted the fact that she was the one who was proactive in requesting for an in-person discussion. And then she talks about actress Shinee's Instagram post. She basically said that she never talked to this actress during her time at school and requests her to release a clear statement about this issue. Soojin then ends this saying that if it turns out I did something wrong, then of course I'll be taking the punishment given and leave the group. However, the truth about what I have not done will come to light. Once again, I'd like to sincerely apologize for causing a ruckus with this matter. I'll be sincere and honest about this matter until it ends. Thank you. A week later, actress Shinee releases a statement saying that Soojin did bully her. For 2 years, she would make comments such as, "How is she a celebrity when she's not even that pretty? No wonder she's an outcast," etc. I really want to point out in the past, Shinee has said that she was bullied during middle school. Afterwards, Cube or Soojin does not release a statement until now. After 5 months of radio silence, Cube Entertainment announces that Soojin will be leaving (G)I-dle, saying that (G)I-dle will now continue with 5 members. All right, here's my final thoughts about this. So I thought Cube was good at addressing this whole situation. They were pretty fast with their responses, but there are times I felt like they just dropped the ball. So first of all, they should have contacted Shinee privately before Soojin addressed her publicly. Even though Soojin said, "I never talked to this person," they should at least know what Shinee was feeling at this whole time, know her full story to see that this does back up Soojin's story, because the minute Shinee addressed the whole thing publicly, it just made Soojin look really bad. As well, they should address Shinee's claim. So what happened again, guys? Shinee came out. "Yes, Soojin bullied me." What happened in these 5 months, okay? Cube was silent. How do you have the audacity to be silent during this time, especially when your artist has like a huge scandal, okay? They just made Soojin look really guilty, and like, oh, they should have said something like, "We are contacted Shinee to sort this situation out." And like, yeah, like, okay, it was 5 months. What the hell did you guys do during those 5 months? And like, as well, like, they should address it, such as maybe like talking to Soojin's classmates, teachers, to see that whether Soojin was like this. Basically, Cube should have addressed her claims to show that whether this was true or not, and if such, they're contacting Shinee so Soojin can properly talk to her. Another thing. Okay, so Cube said on March 19 that they're gonna file criminal claims against the spreaders, which I understand must be like a defamation suit. Okay, so what happened at the end? Like, did it turn out that these allegations were true or false? What really bothers me is that they basically never confirm if those allegations, such as, Soojin slapping her friend across the face, happened or not. I just really hate the fact that Cube just let her off without even like thoroughly proving whether Soojin was innocent or guilty. Like from the past with the April situation, DSP did a defamation suit against Hanju, who accused the members of April bullying them. Guess what happened? The police confirmed that the members of April did bully her. Same thing with Hanjin from Stray Kids. JYP talked to a lot of teachers who confirmed that Hanjin never bullied them. What just happened? Like, did they never file the complaints against Soojin? I just really hate the fact that Soojin was basically let go without us knowing if she was truly innocent or guilty. So Soojin and the phone call thing. Okay, Soojin should not have done that, but she's like 12. I don't expect a 12-year-old to act maturely at that age. And also, like, she was just snapping at her friends. Like, you guys cannot tell me you guys never have snapped at your friends before. It's honestly a human thing to do. Now, with Soojin slapping people, okay, you should not be slapping people. That is bad. But again, she's like 12. And personally for me, I feel like I would only hold something someone did when they're 12 if it's like something like an extreme thing, like Soojin like pushed someone down the stairs and they broke their leg. Then she pushed them down the stairs again and they broke their other leg, because I think that crosses the line. But I just feel like, again, like, she was 12. I'm not saying what Soojin did was right, but it's those things I'm willing to give someone a second chance. So now about Soojin allegedly calling Shinee ugly, and I really want to point out that Shinee really took these comments to heart and this really have affected her. Soojin should not have done that. and I do condone her for doing that. But at the same time, I want to point out something. Soojin said this when she's around 12 or 13. And I think during those ages, you're going through a phase, right? And I feel like you're so angry at yourself that sometimes you take out your anger at other people. Now, am I justifying Soojin's actions? No, but it's just more so I can give her a second chance if Soojin actually apologizes and actually deeply reflect on that, okay? And that's like my whole thing about this whole situation is, why are we canceling a 12-year-old? Like, when you're 12, you're still learning about the world, trying to become a better person. Like, I don't think we should hold 12-year-old Soojin to 23-year-old Soojin right now. I think it's completely unfair. But the problem is that cancel culture, especially in Korea, is extremely extreme. Idols are always expected to act and look perfect 24/7 because they're seen as role models. I remember when Yuri of Red Velvet looked really sad in an award show because one of her friends passed away, and everyone was commenting that Yuri should have looked happy, she was ruining the mood, etc. Even though what Yuri was going through was a human reaction. And unfortunately, the way Knets are actually reacting to this is actually extremely positive. A lot of them are saying, wow, why couldn't JYP do something like this in regards to the Hyunjin situation? I can understand why Cube decided to kick Soojin out. They probably thought that this whole situation would probably ruin I-dle's reputation. That being said, though, there are a good chunk of people who are supporting Soojin, and I also really want to think to myself, Soojin is also one of Cube's most popular artists. People think her stage presence is like Hyuna, she's G-idle's main dancer, okay? She's one of the key components behind their performances. Can you imagine kicking a main dancer out? That's such a huge hole to fill in. And I just feel like Cube really did drop the ball in the sense that, first of all, we don't even know if these allegations are true or not. And I think Cube should confirm it or not. And second of all, even though a lot of K-nets are reacting to this positively, I do think that a lot of people, especially fans, still want to support Soojin, and Cube could have took an action against cancel culture and said that we believe that K-pop idols are role models, and as a role model, it's good to show growth and that you sincerely reflect on your actions after years of doing so. So I think they could have took a stand and be like, it's unfair for us to hold 12-year-old Soojin against 23-year-old Soojin and show that people are allowed to grow and change, and we want Soojin to be a great example of this, so we'll keep her in. I just truly feel like they should have resolved this much better. There's no evidence that shows that Soojin, did do this, and as well, I just feel like kicking her out was just not a good thing. Maybe, for example, with Hyunjin, he took a hiatus, volunteered during this time, so he can grow as a person. They should have done something with Soojin. This could really help out with her reputation. Although I do understand why Cube did kick Soojin out, because this scandal is huge in Korea. A lot of people are acting really negatively to Soojin because she did, bully a famous actress too, and that's huge. I just feel like there's also other things that Cube could have done. They could have made a statement saying that we don't want to condone 12-year-old Soojin and show that Soojin is an example of growth and change, etc. And that being said, though, I also quite ponder is this Soojin's decision? I do recall that Soojin's aunt actually came out and said that, Soojin is really stressed out. She's crying. She's not eating properly because of the scandal. And it could possibly be that Soojin decided to leave on her own. I just truly hope that Soojin decided to leave on her own. Again, I understand bullying is a huge problem in Korea, and I hope a lot of international fans understand why in Korean culture bullying is taken so seriously. But I just feel like with Soojin's age, she should be given a second chance. For example, if Soojin was 16, I think if these allegations were true, let's remember that, I would probably hold it against her because I think at 16 you know better. But at the same time, she's around 12. I just feel like she should be given a second chance. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please be as honest as you can in the comments. I think we learn better from having conversation. And if you want to grow taller, definitely like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.